The Chinese Academy of Sciences has removed the profile of academician Yang Wei, chief designer of the Chengdu J-20, from its official website. Yang, widely recognized for leading the development of China's most advanced fifth-generation fighter, previously held senior positions, including vice president of the Aviation Industry Corporation of China. His removal occurs within the context of an expanding anti-corruption campaign impacting China's military-industrial sector. Some reports indicate that domestic radar systems have used the J-20 as a reference platform for evaluating stealth performance, with suggestions that the aircraft may be detectable under certain conditions. However, such claims remain difficult to independently verify. The removal of Yang Wei, alongside other prominent figures in the defense establishment, points to heightened institutional oversight and potential leadership realignments within China's defense technology apparatus. More broadly, this development represents the latest high-profile case in an intensifying anti-corruption drive targeting the country's military-industrial complex, with possible implications for the continuity and execution of key strategic programs. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how China's J-20 got exposed again with sacking of chief designer. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Yang Wei built his career within Chengdu Aerospace Corporation, a key node in China's military aviation ecosystem. Trained as an aeronautical engineer, he was deeply involved in earlier fighter programs, most notably the Chengdu J-10. His work on the J-10 helped establish his reputation for managing complex aerodynamic and systems integration challenges, experience that proved critical when China initiated its stealth fighter program. By the time the J-20 program accelerated in the late 2000s, Yang had emerged as a natural choice to lead the design effort. Under the leadership of Yang Wei, the Chengdu J-20 progressed from an experimental prototype into a fully operational platform within the People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAAF. The program itself demanded integration across multiple complex domains: airframe architecture, avionics, propulsion systems, and advanced materials. Positioning Yang's role not as a conventional designer focused on isolated components, but as a systems-level orchestrator responsible for harmonizing these interdependent elements into a coherent combat platform. The Chengdu J-20 is a single-seat, twin-jet, all-weather fighter aircraft. It is designed to be an air superiority fighter with precision strike capability, and China touts it as a fifth-generation fighter. J-20 represents China's most advanced effort to field a low-observable LO fifth-generation fighter, with its stealth design optimized primarily for front-aspect survivability. Like its Western counterparts, the aircraft incorporates planform alignment, where edges of wings, fuselage, and control surfaces are arranged to deflect radar waves away from the emitter. This reduces radar cross-section, RCS, most effectively when the aircraft is facing the threat, critical for beyond visual range, BVR engagements. But J-20 has a rather small angle from where it can achieve a LO signature, -15 degrees off-center. A key feature is the use of diverterless supersonic intakes, DSI, identifiable by their distinctive bumps. These eliminate complex boundary layer diverters, reducing both weight and radar reflections. The J-20 also carries weapons in internal bays, minimizing external stores that would otherwise increase its radar signature. However, the aircraft's stealth design reflects trade-offs. The presence of canard foreplanes, while beneficial for maneuverability and lift, introduces additional radar reflection challenges. Managing these reflections requires precise shaping and advanced radar-absorbent materials, RAM, areas where long-term manufacturing consistency and maintenance practices are critical. From the rear and side aspects, the J-20 is generally assessed to be less stealth-optimized. Engine nozzles and thermal signatures remain key contributors to detectability, particularly in infrared and radar spectra. China has built around 250 of these. The stealth characteristics of J-20 has been questioned by many experts, but a particular incident in May 2018 exposed China's lofty claims. Indian pilots on Russian-made Su-30 MKI fighters from Indian airspace managed to detect and track the new Chinese jets when they were conducting flight training over Tibet. The disclosure didn't come from any independent analysts, but from an official source. Indian Air Force Commander Arup Shah said, "The Sukhoi's radar can see them. The new Chinese jets are not so invisible after all. No special technology is required to detect the J-20, as it can be detected by ordinary radar stations." In September 2023, General Kenneth S. Wilsbach, the head of Pacific Air Forces, during Air and Space Forces Association's annual symposium, stated J-20 does not constitute a dominating aircraft at this point. As also pointed out by General Wilsbach, the J-20 has been developed using stolen tech. Over the years, China has consistently conducted sophisticated cyber operations targeting U.S. networks and infrastructure. According to U.S. intelligence assessments, China conducted a large-scale cyber espionage campaign targeting American defense and government networks, reportedly exfiltrating over 50 terabytes of sensitive data, including information related to the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. The compromised data is understood to have included elements of the aircraft's stealth design, radar systems, and propulsion technologies. The National Security Agency estimated that these efforts involved more than 30,000 cyber intrusions, with over 500 classified as significant breaches affecting Department of Defense systems. In total, more than 1,600 networked computers were penetrated, and at least 600,000 user accounts were compromised. Among the reportedly accessed information were design details of the ANAPG-81 radar, the F-35's Advanced Active Electronically Scanned Array, AESA radar. Additionally, sensitive data related to the aircraft's low observable characteristics, including thermal management techniques, turbine cooling methods, and treatments of engine leading and trailing edges, were allegedly obtained. These elements are critical to reducing infrared and radar signatures, and their compromise raised concerns within U.S. defense circles about the potential erosion of technological advantages in stealth and sensor integration. Recent developments inside China's defense establishment suggest a deeper structural shakeup rather than routine personnel changes. The quiet removal of key figures, including the chief designer of the Chengdu J-20 from official academic listings, alongside the disappearance or investigation of senior experts in nuclear, radar, and missile programs, points toward a systemic recalibration within the military-industrial complex. This appears to serve two parallel objectives. First, reinforcing political control and absolute loyalty under President Xi Jinping's ongoing anti-corruption campaign, and second, conducting a comprehensive audit of military capability and procurement integrity. Corruption within China's defense sector has long been a concern, with reports of patronage-driven promotions, inflated contracts, inconsistencies in manufacturing quality, potentially distorting the true state of military readiness, and most importantly, overstating true capabilities of the weapon platforms. In a highly centralized political system such as China's, where institutional checks and balances differ from those in democratic frameworks, there remains a risk that deficiencies or setbacks may not be fully disclosed. While the Chengdu J-20 represents a significant milestone as China's first operational fifth-generation fighter produced at scale, assessments of its capabilities may at times be overstated. The aircraft's design reflects deliberate engineering trade-offs with a clear emphasis on long-range interception and beyond visual range, BVR, combat, rather than all-aspect performance optimization. J-20's stealth characteristics are likely more limited in certain aspects compared to some counterparts, and it is to be noted that even small reduction in low observable capability can lead to a meaningful disadvantage in modern air combat. particularly in scenarios where adversaries are well equipped.